there a reason Doctor made his plot private?
Probably made it and then forgot about it. He does that a lot.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, hey, there you are. Here, let me trade you some logs.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do as much as I can. So if anyone has logs right now, send them to me because I'm about to do a huge thing so I can level up a little bit. I'm gonna grab a vocation potion.
I have one whole log that I
Anybody
need to
have-
send back to whoever mailed me. Who was that, Gunner?
Yeah.
Alright, I owe you 17 more.
And I do send back all the logs that turn into lumber.
Anyone have stone they don't want?
What? Who just asked that? I'm gonna slap you.
Hey, a girl can hope.
You know, once I get 2,500 more, you can have whatever I don't get. Whatever I don't. God, I cannot believe it's going to take 3,000 freaking stone.
Anyway, I
Why
told Blood
didn't
Moon
someone
about the
tell me
alien.
that? Noob comes in here.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
I was a noob and everybody was making the thatched farmhouse sound so amazing. They didn't tell me it's going to take a freaking year to make the damn thing.
It is
Well,
amazing.
I mean, it is amazing, but that's the reason why it's amazing.
It's just
because
none
it
of
takes
those-
so much.
Yeah, that's a pretty big butt.
Gunner, who are you growing trees? What land are you growing trees on? You have your 16 by 16 drawing.
If you think that's amazing, wait till you see what it takes to make a damn villa.
Me and Oli have trees growing in Piranor. I have some more trees growing in Solus, and I have some hornbeams in the public farm on Solus.
Yeah,
You
we
gonna
got two. We got two 16 by 16s.
As soon as I'm done paying somebody back the trees they gave me for my farm, then I will make
Any
another
check?
pack and then help you.
Any chance you'll send the logs to me to process, and I can give them back?
I'm gonna send them to that person. They can decide if they want to process them or not.
I don't want to process them.
So
I had Alan process my 300 for the scarecrow.
yeah, just send them to me. I'll process them. I'm actually trying to do a massive one, so I can not waste a vocation potion.
Ugh, I need to go mining and start on this. I'm going to do this. You can do it.
I don't want to hear about mining. I spent over 5,000
That's your choice.
LP just to mine everything.
Awesome.
That's it.
What do you mean that's it?
My mains mining is already at like 10k.
God, so much mining.
I'm just saying, I'm done enough mining for a while.
I should probably go do some mining.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've done all that mining and I get 0 of it.
What?
Yeah, it
I
all
believe
went to
it.
my damn guild.
Yep, same here. And the only reason I went mining is because they forced me to, because I was captain LP.
Pretty much.
Blood Moon forces you to do shit.
I'm submissive, so I tend to listen.
Oh,
It's
man.
not a force, it's an obligation.
Yeah, you don't want to, but you know you should, and you're like, eh.
Because you know no one else will.
Well, no, everybody's doing it, just I should have not opened my mouth.
Where do you need to go?
This way.
Yeah, stop!
Okay, so somebody
That
said there
your
was
glider
a
is so slow.
in
I messed up.
Gister, right?
Hold on.
You went to the wrong person.
Who are the two people that are partying in Yini to quest together?
I've already done all the quests, but I'm here helping Demoness out.
You two should take it to another channel.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Nurse came in here earlier and made it pretty clear that she wants anyone who's in a different party and different channels.
This is only the solo woman channel.
Boss's orders.
What if we stay really, really quiet?
What channel do we go to? They're all full.
I don't think she means different channels for like just chilling. I'm not sure.
I think if we're going to be coordinating anything and risk talking over anybody, it's the biggest issue, right?
Yeah.
Alright, fine, I'm moving.
I will stab you if you don't stab me.
I'm telling
Hey,
on Ollie.
I'll stab me if you stab me.
Well, if you want to.
Demoness, let's go to AA dungeons.
Alcoholics Anonymous. Good luck. Alright,
Wait,
I'm going
alcoholics
to
have dungeons? Ooh, a nice little purgatory.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the raid group. Just to re-invite me whenever we do this stuff.
So, what's a good combination to go with Battle Rage? Defense and Vitalism or whatever?
Defense or Oromancy?
Isn't that paladin?
My favorite is defense and shadow play.
To go with Battle Rage?
Yeah. It's
Play has
lighter.
good.
That's what
Yeah.
Maharani's gonna be.
I'm rolling a shadow play.
That's what I did in beta,
archery
Gunner.
right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing for leveling, but I'm gonna change the archery eventually.
My main's archery shadow play. I should just say archery because the only thing I've got in shadow play now.
The only things I wanted in shadow play was wallop, stealth, and I want that pin shot or pin down.
Dropback's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for the archer I got the dropback so I can keep doing my damage in the stealth.
You can also avoid ball damage.
I just want pin down to knock a stupid ass person down when they're trying to get away from me.
Yeah, I was on the west continent, someone pinned me down a couple times, or knocked me down.
Is pin down a bow move? No, it's not, is it?
It's probably a melee move.
For toxic shot, does that slow enemies down when they're poisoned?
OT, isn't it?
Damage reduced by 20% if the target's within 8 meters. Doesn't say anything about slowing on it.
Okay.
For archery does.
I'm trying to think of a way to slow enemies down if they try to get too far, but I guess I'm just gonna have to go with lasso.
Freeze bolt or the freeze arrow with sorcery.
I'm battle rage shadow play defense, so.
Isn't there the shield charge?
I'm not using shield.
Oh.
Ooh, Olo's hammer will work.
Olo's hammer is good.
I'm gonna get that when I hit level 35.
You know what I wish? I wish somebody would write, class guides up on our forum. The ones if you try it out and stuff like that.
For what classes? I could easily do that.
Yeah. Like, what's your class, Hillary?
Primeval.
Okay.
What is that, if you don't mind me asking?
Archer.
Go ahead if you know it.
Primeval is archer, shadow play, archery.
It's
Was
Archer.
it Starcraft? I thought it was Aura.
Yeah, it's Archer, Shadow Play, and Oromancy.
Oh, oops, sorry. I totally mixed up two different ones.
How does the Oromancy help the class? If you don't.
Or what are you taking it?
So, in Oromancy, if you guys want to open up Oromancy, or if you know the skills in Oromancy, very first skill in it is Thwart. With Thwart, you're going to get an extra 10% attack speed. So you can constantly have that stacking on top of each other, up to 3 times, so you're getting an extra 30% attack speed, which is always good when you're shooting a bunch of arrows. You've got your Teleport, which is more mobility to get away from blighters or dark runners that are charging at you. You have your Shrug It Off, which shrugs off all stuns and impales.
Impairing effects.
Impairing effects, that's what it was. So that'll get you, if you do get locked down at some point, you pop your Shrug It Off to get away. And then your last skill that you'll pick up is your Leech, which is a close range, so if someone does get on top of you, it puts them to sleep. So you can make them go to sleep and then walk away and get back out of range of them. So basically it's all utility for keeping them away from you.
There's also meditation, which is nice.
Well, you'd never take meditate in the PvP, but for leveling, yeah. Yeah, if you guys have a class that you'd want to have me post on the forums, I could do it and have other people post their comments and whatnot, what they think would make the build better.
maybe start with the popular ones because there are 121 classes. 126, yeah.
Yeah, there's about like 8 flavors of the month that I could probably do, and I would fill up everyone's hopes and dreams of classes probably.
I already have a perfect cleric build, so I can put that up there if you guys want.
Sorry.
That'd be a cool one.
It's just pure heals, though.
I wouldn't mind that one. Maybe I'll drop back to healing again.
I'm gonna have to buy a third guy just so I can have a healer.
You can do everything all in one character.
Yeah, I'll be honest though, rolling as just a healer is the most painful experience ever.
I've been a healer for so long in every game I've played.
Yeah, you have to have a party to run with, otherwise you're pretty much useless because you only have one attack spell.
Yeah, just
Like, my main is like... My quote-unquote main is actually 2 levels lower than my ult because it's so painful trying to level with him. My ult, I can actually kill things. Skull Knight? There's a thing called Skull Knight in this?
It's a popular tank. Skull Knight.
That's funny. Play a Skull Knight named Skeletor.
Oh, I'm gonna get pissed. I've waited over an hour, and my game is, like, not responding. Just before getting to the character screen.
No.
It'll come up. Mine sat there for a minute. It says connecting at the bottom right. But it's not doing anything.
Just wait.
I'm in. Oh, I was about to have some nerd rage.
Yeah, I was tripping too.
Raid.
It is not a pretty thing.
Nerd rage isn't a pretty thing. It's nothing but fire and brimstone.
I have the same keyboard that I have played with for years. I swear by this keyboard because I have beat the hell out of it.
I was gonna say, you haven't broken it yet?
I don't know how. I've even thrown it.
I've got a crappy Dynex that I've had for like 2 years now.
It's a cheap-ass Microsoft with just a slight curve to the keyboard. I got for like $10.
Yeah, mine was $3. The cheap ones seem to last the longest, don't they?
They do. My really expensive ergonomic, I've replaced in the last like 6 years, like 3 times.
The Microsoft
and I use
one?
that for work.
Yeah, my lady's gone through that a few times. Like a year. 3 times a year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Meanwhile, you can get a Dynex over at Best Buy for $3 and frickin' you're set.
She's probably so used to the ergonomic though for work.
Ooh, 55 minutes for my banana.
Anybody know how long the grace period is?
5 minutes.
Nanners.
Like me some nanners. Yeah, that sounded creepy.
What the hell?
So is the mine in your near whatever town that is, or continent, or state, or what country, whatever land there? Is that good mining up there?
Oh, you mean up in Solus?
No, I'm already in Solus. It's back. Up in the Y whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So then get up. What level are the mobs? So I need to fight.
30-ish.
Are they all over the place up there?
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty spread out.
Never mind, I guess I'll stay here.
There's none in the housing districts or farming districts, though, if you're just trying to place a farm down.
No, I'm mining.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get stone so I can start a house, so I can have a portal up there at freaking Paranor or whatever, and people can just pour it in if they need to.
Where are you mining at currently?
Huh?
Where are you mining at currently?
Halo?
Okay.
I'm fighting Sweat. Whatever town. killed.
Swiggity swaggity swoo.
Yeah, them and a couple other people, they're all over the place.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't run around. I stick with one area, and they tend to leave me alone. I just stay on one stone.
This guy's awesome. He just said just 2 more minutes and I can have the mining section. I'm not kidding. This ore core spot is my baby right here because everything good happens.
Are you the one who's constantly trying to convince people that it looks like a monkey?
Are you monkey lady?
Yep. It's the monkey.
You're the monkey lady. It's the monkey lady, guys.
I'm not kidding. Every time I've come here, though, 2 minutes later, I get the stuff. It's mine. It's my ore.
Amy, good gorilla. Good gorilla.
It's a chimp. It is actually a chimp.
I just do laps around Falkworth Plains, and there's nodes all over the place.
This guy's awesome. His name's Silverpaw. You ever see him? Don't KS him. He's awesome.
What guild's he in?
I don't care.
That's why she's not telling us what guild he's in.
Well, I don't recall. Ah! You stupid trailblazer. Get your ass out of here. You've had 4 days to do this.
How did you just get in today?
No. But I was behind everybody else because of Q.
Oh my god.
Listen to you, Kazi.
Right! I think Spark makes sense, honestly.
Get out of here, you trailblazer. You've been here as long.
And everything to rush past everybody, and I'm sitting in queue. So don't even start.
I'll start all I want, because I like starting things.
I will return that in full force with a little dance at the end.
Woo!
Get away from my chimp, lady. You stand here, none spawns. Go.
No, chim chim.
I'm not kidding. When people stand over here when I'm here, nothing spawns. When they leave, everything pops up.
Well, good. Tell them to come back over and then walk away again.
Fuck, now there's a third person? You're an ass, too.
I might be one of those people.
Nah.
No, I'm like in your area picking shit.
No, you're not.
Because she would see philanthropy.
Go away, chick. They're not spawning for you here. Shoot. Dog, shut up. He wants to sit on my lap again. God. Poor son of baby. At least they sleep. Go away, lady. I am trying to build a portal house.
Babies only sleep at certain times, otherwise they don't sleep much at all.
He moved to AFK.
Or at least the babies I've dealt with.
Okay, where the hell is the... Oh, right behind me. Never mind.
I wonder what happens if you let your pet die.
Thank you for ore. You did a good job. Now spawn.
I look like Robin Hood.
You gotta pay money at the stable hand to resurrect if you're not aware.
You mean let it die in combat, or let it die and not raise it?
Let it die and not raise it.
Is the bear, the little bear cub thing you can get, is that a battle pet when you raise it?
The polar bear?
I think so. I think it was white. Yeah, he's all white.
Yeah, that's it has two different outcomes. It either turns out to be a battle pet or it turns out to be a mount.
You get a choice?
No,
it's random.
you don't get a choice. It's random, and the mount is what everyone wants. No one wants the battle pet. They get angry when they get the battle pet because that polar bear cost a shit ton to buy.
I swear somebody's gotta be bodies. They just like magically appear out of nowhere.
Where do you get the polar bear from? Is that a quest?
And you can raise it from the stable hand thingy, whatever crap.
Can't remember what they're called either, but the farm thing you buy it from. Gunner knows because he raises birds and kills them.
Sorry, wait,
Wow.
what?
Who's
Heartless.
what's it called when you buy where you buy animals from?
The
Livestock.
yeah, the livestock vendor. What's so bad about me killing ducks?
Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna kill bigger things. I like leather. Oh, dude, those turkeys are ugly when they grow up.
Turkeys are ugly as babies, too.
Pigs, too. Pigs are ugly as babies. Oh, cute little baby chicks.
Don't be safe. Don't be safe. Come on, stop lagging. So laggy now.
Is there a way to currently heal pet or animals?
That's fun.
What pet you got?
Potions and the stable and
Rename it after you've named it once, you mean? Oh, I thought you said rename it. I was about to...
I have a diseased goose. I don't know how to take care of it.
oh, that you have to buy the item off of the vocational vendor in Tigerspine, south of Hamilton. He's the blue salt representative.
It's a chick too, but like
yeah,
it
it's a
would be
chick.
blue
Yeah.
salt something.
Thank you.
Just need to get 600 stone.
I totally love this game. I totally wouldn't get drunk in this game all the time.
We should make a drinking game for this game. Every time somebody uproots your trees, you have to drink.
Every time you kill your donkey.
I am maxed out on labor.
Is that one drink per
you
or is that one drink per
every
uprooted
time
tree?
you take a drink in the game, you have to drink.
Every time the game disconnects you, you have to drink.
Have to chug.
Are you guys old enough to drink?
I am 23, thank you very much.
I would hope so.
I'm 12 years old.
I'm 20. April is my birthday.
Man, my build's 20. Here, I better not be.
Y'all just sound very young.
How young do I also look young.
Not you. I'm talking about Kayazi.
Do I sound young?
No, not really.
Damn it!
Do I sound young?
Wait, I sound young?
Oh yeah, you totally sound young, huh?
I do? That's a new one. I've heard that
yeah.
before. Everybody else just says I sound like a bitch. Oh,
Everyone sounds young
That's
to me.
different.
it's different.
Young people can be bitches too.
Oh yeah.
I'm an adorable bitch then.
I need a drink, I just killed myself.
God, I'm not gonna have that mining spot now. Oh, hurry up and spawn, dumb character.
I'd never be sober again because my donkey dies all the time.
Oh, my character's the same level as my age.
Put your donkey away then.
I just
I gotta level it.
You can't have your donkey hanging out while you're fighting.
You gotta.
That's bad.
I couldn't pass that up. You set that up pretty
Shit,
well.
that was fucking funny, dude.
Take it easy.
Someone's gonna fucking die in this
Oh
chat
my
room.
goodness. That's why I come over here. You don't get these kind of laughs over at other guilds.
Nope.
Don't tell me it's DC.
I don't even get these sort of laughs in other games.
I used to. The other games just kind of aren't fun anymore.
Wow,
So-
the undefeated champion is rock, paper, scissors. That's cool. I don't remember this quest. Oh, it's because I skipped all these.
Stupid quest.
Yeah, you just
So-
did the green ones, huh?
Yeah, I was wondering why. I was like, if they changed it or something, but I forgot I skipped everything.
You
So-
automatically win. And
Not-
then you automatically lose.
No.
Not in the Lucky Statue game. I just lit a pig on fire.
So I just found out Swiggity Swooty tried attacking fucking Purgatory. There were 12 Purgatory members, and there were 2 full raids of fucking Swiggity Swooty, and they lost.
Ouch.
They were pushed back to the
Oh, wow.
graveyard and then camped there.
That's fail.
So someone was like, wait, so you're saying you're zerging a Zerg guild? He's like, there's only 12 of us. How many were there of them? He was like, 2 full raids. They were like, you serious? It's like, sounds to me like the Zerg guild ran into a Protoss guild.
How do you lose with 2 full Zergs? You can
Because-
just like CC them to death.
Quite a few people in Purgatory are actually max level. And they're really good at PvP.
Is one of them glitter?
No,
Glitter-
because
Glitter's-
Glitter's 26.
Glitter's not up there. He's good at PvP, but he's better at commanding people during fights and stuff like that. Like, figuring out what the situation's going on, and he, like, just tells people, hey, you go here, you go here, you go here. And it works.
It's because he's got the proper tools from Forest Grow. He's got all of their, like, battle siege plans for raiding castles and everything from Forest Grow. So he's got every single plan ready to go, right out of Forest Grow's back pocket.
Yeah, see, me, I could come up with my own plans. I just need to see how the actual sieging works first. Here.
Oh, you're not going to get a plan better than Forest Grow's. Like, when we do a gut raid against a castle with Glitter, and he lays down the plans and gives you your builds that you need to use, you're not. If we execute it properly, you're not going to find a better set of skills and a better set of classes to go siege a castle with.
So the siege castle thingy, how does that work? Is it only one guild? Is it alliance? What?
It's 100 versus 100.
Okay.
I personally believe the best laid out plans are based off of what people are comfortable with using, not what builds you have to use.
The best laid out plans are the ones that keep people alive, which are
Also
like
the best laid
magic
out
immunity.
The best laid out plans are also the ones that always fail too.
The best laid out plans are the ones that aren't plans at all.
No, like, I'm serious. Like, you can spend hours planning something, and it's just gonna backfire on you.
This is why I'm serious.
So what's the deal with mounts? How are they leveling? Is it just them being out?
Travel with them, fighting while they're out, and you can buy the little companion food for them too.
Someone said they don't get XP from the questions, but they do from...
They do from your kills. If you open up their box, you can watch it go up when you kill.
You also gain XP as they walk.
Is being out like standing, or is it walking?
Walking in general. So like, I'm not sure they fixed it, but running in place that used to work better than that anymore.
How do you run in place? Oh, like up against fence or something?
Face the building and walk forward.
But I don't think that works anymore. So you kind of have to run in circles.
Oh, that's why I saw that guy running in circles AFK.
Yeah, that's why you don't
It's
want
leveling
it.
now.
It's pretty high.
He
Was
keeps
he there
him
in
from
the-
logging out, and then it also levels the mount.
Was he there in Solace again, running around like the rock?
People that do that are really fun to push away from the fence.
Yeah.
People keep AFK near my house on the edge of the mountain, so I summon and desummon my mount until I push them off.
That's so mean. That's awesome.
It is. Someone came back from being AFK. I'm like, don't be a prick. I just kind of left laughing.
Someone available that has a clipper to pick up or drop by the elephant turnip? Or the banana turnip?
It's Western prime time right now. I don't know if you want to be over there.
I just want to drive by.
You should ask in guild for Mephit or Perseus, his wife.
No clipper right now, so sorry.
They have a clipper, and they're always willing to do that, so.
So I just killed a 45. It's kind of unfair though, because the 45 ganked me, and I basically made them waste all of their mana. So they had my trade pack, so I came back, and they had no mana, so they just kept trying to walk and heal themselves and teleport away, but it took me quite some time though.
My pet ended up getting killed.
It's pretty cheap to fix them up at the stable hand.
Wiggity, one coalition, one philanthropy.
What's going on?
I'm over here questing, and that's what's in our group. It's kind of a mixed batch.
There's a couple swiggity swooty guys that aren't bad.
Ugh, this one's an asshole.
Well, a lot of them are, but there's a couple of them that aren't bad. The one that I ran into isn't bad at all. Hold on, I gotta
There's
find out the
one
name.
called Frog. He is pretty cool.
Misha isn't bad at all.
Don't take this to heart, but
SSH8.
after Purgatory's getting fight with Swiggity Swooty, I imagine they are going to get added to our kill on sight list.
Most likely.
They're not there right now.
I'm still not gonna kill Misha though. I'll see all the other people, but I won't touch Misha because Misha's a cleric, so she doesn't even need to go into frickin' PvP mode. She could still heal her buddies outside of it, so. I know because I've been playing as a cleric. It's funny.
For the later merchant run?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Does someone happen to have a boat that they don't mind using their time to just swing by the banana thing real quick?
What'd
After
you
I
say?
harvest these potatoes, sure.
Awesome. Yeah, someone's standing, she made her pack, and I'm like, oh, the boat's not ready. And she needs her thing real quick.
And if you're talking about going to, what's it called?
I'm just gonna have them boat by the dock to turn in the bananas real quick.
Yeah, I could do that right now.
Awesome. you on, Luca, at the moment?
I'm loading right now.
Roger.
Anyone not busy? I'm about to do the first 2 trade runs on my alt character. I don't have a donkey. I didn't know if I can have them carry it for me, and then I can run my songcraft and make it move faster.
No, you can't have anyone carry anything for you.
Darn.
You used to be able to. Did they change it?
If you're below level 15, you can't pick up a trade pack. Off
That
the
was level
ground.
10.
15.
Oh.
Alright. Darn.
Are you above level 15?
Almost 13. I could probably hit 15 really quickly.
Alright, I'm at Queens Grove.
Roger.
Are you down by the docks?
1 second. I actually need to zoom over there myself and see where she's at.
Alright.
What's your character's name?
Luca Megurin. Pretty sure that's how it's pronounced.
Type in guild for me.
You're Mithril, right?
Yeah, and look for
Alright.
Cylon, maybe.
Lane is just north of the city towers.
Want me to have her just head north to the water?
Yeah, I'll pick you up at Flossam Shore or something. It's odd, my cloak doesn't have a guild symbol on it anymore.
It will. Just has to load up.
Yeah, it's still, or whoever doesn't still have extra of those at the moment, do they?
Crest symbols, I can make another one.
Dandelion and mail it to me, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just had to unequip and re-equip my cloak for some reason.
I'm gonna jump off the cliff here and have you pick me up. Still love the water in front.
Yeah. hasn't finished charging yet.
I was looking enough to try to jump on like a little I hit the charging thing, I hit the lamp. I'll be right back in a sec.
Alright.
I'm back, she was lagging, but I think it's being fine.
Gonna come north.
She's gotta be right next to me.
Like just up the hills. Oh, they must have crashed.
Yep. I realized her last message was getting reseated, that was before another one.
Oh.
But she should get
As long as she can get in fast enough.
They were saying up in the chat something about like making a drinking game, like I forgot what, but I was like, whenever you get your donkey killed, you take a drink and just like mount that.
Out of view.
Back online. It'd really suck if they didn't have that grace period.
Yeah, definitely. That got really annoying after a while.
Yep.
Especially when the servers kept kicking you every like 10 minutes when they were DDoSing it for a while there.
I actually haven't been, I haven't actually disconnected yet.
I think it was day 2. On Sunday.
Yeah, like midday or something.
Yeah, it was just atrocious.
So is it just your friend that, is doing the trade pack run?
Yeah. I don't know how slash should turn into slash air.
So other than aloe and ginseng and mushrooms, what else do you grow for medicinal powder?
I think that's about it. Cactus, I think? No, that's flowers. Aloe is really good. I mean, if you're gonna spend time on it, growing an 8x8 of aloe gives you nearly 1,000.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
Does breaking it apart though give a? I mean, does when you break it apart into the medicinal powder, does it give you farming or does it give you gathering?
You know, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've checked. I did it in alpha, but I haven't done it yet.
Hit those sea bugs. That would have been bad.
They had like a little net in
I should have just charged them head on. My goodness, how many are there?
Alice Bot 1 moved in from philanthropy by the server.
Just use my shot. Somehow on the bottom, that's pretty cool. Why would I have a number on the character?
And doctor's on trial. Yeah, doctor's on trial. Let him go.
Guilty. Nice.
And how long was it? 9 minutes?
9 minutes, yeah.
Poor doctor. Well, you could bribe the jury. Would have done it for him.
Can you, like, slash whisper them or anything? When you
Probably.
travel? You could bribe the jury if you can do it in
So you could be a
4
mob,
minutes.
and if they can't do it, like when they're guilty, then just have someone in your guild do it.
That would be just like the most ridiculous thing. Just every time somebody in your guild goes on trial, somebody else in the guild whispers out everyone in the jury and just, you know, give them a little something, you know?
Yeah. Slip something their way to make sure our guildmate doesn't get thrown in jail. So
Make it a
keep
minute
being
and we'll give
productive.
you 3 logs, you know? I love how you're able to trip stuff underwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really, you know, realistic.
Swipe his feet out from under.
Are we actually trying to turn this in, or are we just kind of going past it?
Yeah, if you want, you can stop, maybe do where your ship or station makes it up there. But it's all
Let's see, I see some sails out there, I think.
That's a cool one. Okay, let's go and try this out.
They don't seem to be bothering us. Well, there doesn't seem to be many people here. Unless I'm just not seeing them.
These guys are level 25 on the rowboat.
Oh.
Target is facing the wrong direction.
I I couldn't even tell what happened there because I was getting a lot of FPS problems. There were too many people there attacking.
And thank you kindly, Luca.
No target selected.
What?
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, no problem. I was actually worried that my boat was going to get destroyed because I wasn't able to desummon it for a while because of the frames.
Does your weekly tax go up depending on the number of places you own?
Yes. I think it goes up dramatically once you hit 3 places.
기다리고 있었습니다.
I may have to drop my 8x8. Someone need an 8x8?
I don't. I have 3 of them down right now.
I was just wondering because I'm getting ready to complete a 16x16. And I already have a bunch of places. I gotta work enough lumber so I can build them.
누이 여신의 축복이 함께하게.
You want a portal anywhere?
I'm about to make one to the Tiger Spine, so I need to remember where.
It's too bad you can't jump through portals when you're wearing a trade pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then trade packs would be useless.
You make money really quick.
Yeah, until everybody does it and the money goes down. Trade packs give you like nothing when you turn them in.
I don't think they give you very much right now. Like last few characters have done is like 70% you only get because a lot of people are doing it for quest.
Yeah, especially on the ones that are the quest required ones, definitely. If you turn in other types of trade packs, you'll still get a lot of money on it with it.
Do you get a different turn-in percentage if you change, say for instance now the quest sends you for the banana one to does it give you a lot more if you go to Souls Reed or compared to Austeria or Easter?
As far as I'm aware, the price is based on how far away you go with it.
Also the danger.
Exactly.
If you're like in a war zone, then it's gonna be higher that you get.
So I guess
so if it's in a war zone, then like say for Easter, you can get more money than if it's in peace.
I guess I don't know if it changes whether they're on war or not, but PvP zone it changes like between those.
Also, the type of pack you use, like if you were to try to do elephant cookies right now, you probably won't get shit for it. But if you were to do a different trade pack that's not a part of the quest, you would get more for it. At least that's my understanding, and that's what I've seen so far too.
Stupid rebirth trauma stopped me from making portals.
Yeah, me and her were just saying that. What is that? Wandering Deep Sea Guide. 35.
So if you use like the increased run speed from Songcraft and then use sprint from your pet, does it cancel the Songcraft spell?
You have to use the sprint first and then use the Songcraft spell.
And yeah, and it goes really quick too if you do it right.
당신께 기도하세요.
Oh, thank God I can go through yours. So my thing went up to
Yep.
4.
I feel like if people couldn't go through a single portal, like a bunch of people, that the demand for hereafter stones would go up dramatically.
Like it should use more stones if you like had 10 people going through, or
No, like if everyone did have to use their own, that the price and demand of them would.
You can
go
jump
up.
through someone else's portal.
Yeah.
so you're saying if you couldn't do that?
Yeah, if you couldn't do that and everyone had to make their own, then the demand would go way up.
I want to say a little bit, but it's nice that, especially with the guild stuff and guilds.
Has anyone ever noticed there's a green portal just floating in the midair on the south side of Silent Forest?
Yeah, one of the
이런 거
mirage.
저런 거 잔뜩 있어요.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I don't know if it's really on the ground and then like it looks like it's up there like as we move, but I remember going by it and it was just floating up there.
It's definitely just floating up there. I want to jump through it because I want to see
At
what
one
the hell
point,
it
weren't
is.
there portals that you could access your bank wherever you were? Like, but they were consumable. Yeah, I don't know if that's in this anymore, but I'm pretty sure it was a thing. I couldn't remember if that was if that was in this or if it was in Landmark. Actually, I think it's probably in both.
I really need to increase my inventory, but I'm on the way to check out what the monthly subscription purchases. I guess if it's 2,000 something, and I started with 3,000, so that was enough for 1 month.
I wonder if a person that actually pays for money-wise for the 1 month account, if they'll get credits each month.
Not from what I've seen.
I wouldn't think they would.
You would think so.
Yeah, I guess it's, or as far as what I can tell, is you buy the credits separately, and that's just your Patreon.
It's kind of BS.
Oh yeah, they're doing like some of those.
Most MMOs nowadays that take this model, if you pay, you at least get credits per month, you know?
Well, the only MMO well, there's a couple. I was gonna say, usually you just buy the credits, not the monthly subscription. More outdated games. More recent games.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are gonna like spend money on fun things. Kind of sucks to have to spend the money, or just the mindset it puts me in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind free to play, but if it's free to play, I'd like to it to be the entire game. You know, it doesn't seem like free to play on this is damn near worth it.
And they always, like, whenever you read anything, they make it sound like you can do everything with free to play, but there's so much like you're screwed.
You just have to join someone's family, really, and you got a lot of those.
It's a big thing that probably means labor. But I mean, who the hell doesn't want their own house?
I'm not building
it's
a
just
house.
a family house. Just join a family and have a family house. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I got my 16 by 16s and 3 8 by 8s. That's what I'm using my shit for.
I don't even have a house yet. Oh, I don't even have a farm set up yet.
It's a whole nother side of the game. But like, you've been using some other people's, right?
Not really. I've just been kinda trying to level mostly.
That's cool.
And for lumber, for the boat I have, I just kinda stole people's trees from illegal farms.
Is there a better way to do it? I submit there's not.
It all depends. I used the public farms to get my first set of trees. And then after I got enough, got my 16 by 16. As soon as I got a 16 by 16, it came a lot quicker.
Yeah, that's what I'm working towards right now. I'm doing a bunch of trade packs. Trade pack runs for the whole thing.
Man, get some bad lag.
Edge got some decently bad lag as well. Is the Kraken even in the game yet?
Should be.
And here's center channel.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's going on? Y'all up to another trade run?
We're waiting on Windscour. Or Woodsock, excuse me.
I don't think he comes back for like another hour and 18 minutes.
He said that we'd probably do some, or one at 10 Central Time.
Yeah, like I said, an hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, the server queue times are ridiculous tonight.
I'm fortunate enough to not have to have dealt with them this entire time.
Yeah, I'm not even in the server yet. I'm queued to log in to the server.
Yeah.
And I got about 44 minutes.
I was able to get in before any of that queue shit started happening.
I got off work, then I had to get in queue. It was about a 40-minute wait or so.
Yeah, it was about 50 minutes when I got off work today.
Yeah. It's not. People are getting like over multiple hours and shit now.
Yeah, probably free-to-play players.
Yeah, the free-to-play struggle is real, son.
all of Trailblazers and shit jumping in front of them. Man, I don't think they're ever gonna play.
I don't even know if they can let us jump in front of them.
I don't know if the patron stuff's working, like if they have it activated right now for the queue times though.
I think it's just everybody in line.
Yeah. They're
Have you
probably
guys
gonna
seen
activate the
the,
pitch and stuff later.
Have you guys seen the new starter packs they're offering?
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's some
Apparently
nice
a
stuff.
better deal than the old ones.
Yeah, credit-wise it is, but then again, I think it also depends on when you bought the Archeum pack, because I bought mine back in April, so I've gotten well more than $150
Right. So
used
we
out of
pretty
it.
much mostly paid for the experience of the game. Plus
Yeah,
the
I
head
mean-
start.
I mean, plus, you know, depending on when you bought it, you got anywhere from 4 extra months of playtime on the game. Granted, it didn't get
That's
saved,
what I was talking
but
about,
still.
experience into the game.
True that.
I got about a month in, that was about it.
The head start's kind of a waste now because they made new servers. They should just have like 10 servers in the beginning.
Well, it makes sense why they wouldn't do that, because the people who didn't get a head start would not want to play on, you know, with us on the head start, because we got all the good farmland and shit already. Like,
that's the point.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have some servers that are just for free-to-play players, and they could, they could also join in with people with patron.
That wouldn't be a bad idea either, and then just turn all the farmland into public farmland, so they could.
I wasn't even thinking that.
something.
Maybe like they could just keep that way. Like there would always be room for whenever they want to do it, and maybe like drastically decrease the cost for them or something.
Mm-hmm.
But we need free-to-play players on... Well, we need crowded servers for a good reason. It
Yeah.
gives me more people to fleece.
Oh, we
I
got
mean, like I
crowded
said, they
servers
could
right
still
now.
join these as well, but there would also be the free-to-play ones for the free-to-play players.
I'll let you guys get back to your trade run. I'm gonna go into happy hour.
Alright.
Should I leave it? I'm not doing a trade. Trade run right now, but
Mostly we're just sitting here waiting for the next trade run to go down.
yeah. Well, I put my pack down too, so I'm waiting to do that too.
Yeah, that's what we all did.
So if you put down your trade pack and someone picks it up for you and carries it to the gold trader, and right before they turn it in, they give it back to you, you still get the full credit.
Yes.
You should be able to, yeah.
But you have to be 15 to pick up the trade packs on the ground.
Just hit 14.
I gotta
Or
hit
just about
15.
I'm gonna jump up in the chat for a little bit. Later, guys.
Better.
Well, at least now I won't have to deal with him dying in this zone anymore.
Hey, does anybody know where this Elizabeth Star, where the hell she pops at?
Are you in Uni?
Yes, in the barn?
You're going to want to go above the barn. There's a silo that leads up. It connects to the house. There's a little bridge that goes from the house second floor to the top of the barn, and it leads right to her.
Okay, so go in the house.
Honestly, you don't even have to go in the house because there's a bunch of mobs. You can just glide from the outside. So if you're standing in front of the front door of the barn, if you look up in between the crevice between the barn and the house, you'll see a plank of wood that connects the two. If you can just glide right up there, you can just walk right into her.
How do we...
How do you what?
Glide to the top of the house, you think?
I suppose you could. The way they want you to do it is going through the house and going through, like, a bunch of annoying mobs that are probably going to kill you in that tight of a space.
Well, don't you forget about me.
I'm climbing a mountain. Yay!
Oh, that's a good name. Person's name is Snacks.
Sounds yummy. Can I eat them now?
You'll pass them. You're standing in the town. Well, not wide sleeves, but the next one.
Oh, this is kind of awkward. I've got to summon the ghosts of two people and bear witness to their marriage.
Oh yeah, that's
oh yeah, that whole room glows all pink, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of pretty lights on that one.
That's not awkward at all.
No.
Kind of wish I was eating some peanut butter cups for that then.
That sounds good.
I like the fact that I'm getting 4 Gilda Star now for these damn grain quests. Makes it feel like I'm actually doing something worth it.
I like how I don't have to actually be sitting on this carriage to ride it.
I get the feeling that all the free-to-play players, since they can't have their own farms, I'm assuming they are really going to make some use of the public farms.
Either that, or they're going to be begging to be family members.
That or they're just gonna take over the mining spots and not allow anybody else to mine that.
Well, you know what? I say we, like, get some of them in our guild and have them mine them. Manual labor.
Dang it, I wish I picked a different color of the Leo morph. Apparently everybody picks the black one.
Oh,
I got the
one
white
is
one.
the best looking of them all.
I guess.
The
I
white
actually
one
got
looks pretty good.
I got the brown tail one. I saw everyone else going for the black and the white one, so I was like, I'm gonna go for the brown tail one.
I'm gonna be different, guys.
Unfortunately, in the end, they all look ugly.
I don't know, they're kind of growing on me. I thought they were ugly as hell when I first saw them.
I'm so high up I can't even see the ground.
I just can't wait until I get into Baron territory to get one of their mounts.
Oh, you want one of the kitties?
Yes, I love the kitties.
안전한 보관을 찾는다면 날 찾아로.
The lion whatevers.
Yes.
Saber lions?
Yes.
They're durable.
They're durable. So let me see here. The elk is a one-person mount. So is the leomorphs. Then there's the saber lions and the horses, which are two-people mounts. Correct?
I know that those are two for sure. Yeah.
The
But
saber, the horse, and what else did you say?
I think
Those
the
three
elk
ones?
is two man, isn't it?
Probably.
Can't two people.
So there's the saber lion, the horse. What's the third one that gives two people?
I know it's not the Varani one.
It's definitely not the deer. I can hop on it. I'm on somebody's ass into
Yeah,
the
the
deer.
elk.
Yep, I just did it.
So it is the deer.
So the leomorph is the only one really that looks like you can only get one person on. Oh, that and a donkey, I guess.
Yeah.
The ass.
And you get a, you can grow a kangaroo.
What?
Where? Livestock
For
version.
5 gold at this table hand.
I'm gonna fucking get me a kangaroo. Name him Joey and ride around in his pouch.
Cashmere Yada Calf.
Oh, those things. That's not a fucking kangaroo.
It looks like it's from one of the Star Wars movies. Yeah, that's what it was.
The fucking
What, the
Jar Jar
tauntaun thing?
The fucking Jar Jar Binks
Yeah,
mounts.
dude.
The leomorphs look like a big, like, lion tauntaun. Man, I played that Star Wars. That was my favorite mount when I got a hold of that. It's actually a pain in the ass to get it.
The tauntaun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you went through the full deal for that, didn't you?
Yeah, they made it a pain in the ass.
You need to be able to zoom in more on the big map.
I see one of our friends.
Someone needs to get Grand Fantasia music out of the background.
What?
Every single time, every so often, I hear someone with the Grand Fantasia like background music going on.
I don't know if you're hearing mine. It's Futurama behind me.
No, not you.
Mr.
It was like
Smith entered
legit
channel.
music
I'm
specifically
gonna get
from
fucked
Grand
up.
Fantasia.
I kind of like Grand Fantasia, but I also, at the same time, I don't.
The music in Grand Fantasia is nice, but that's why I recognize it because I used to play that just to listen to the music.
The gameplay just leaves a lot to be... Yeah.
Well, considering it came out 6 years ago, it's pretty good.
Really, that long ago?
Yep.
And I
Oh, I'm
only
lagging
found out
hardcore right
about
now.
it last year.
Yeah, it's been out for a long time.
I flew over the border and got teleported out. Oh, took me forever to get up those snowy mountains. That was fun.
So our
Glad I got
labor
that.
is shared, but not our vocational badges. I'm so confused why that doesn't... What?
I take that back. It was 8 years ago. I thought 6 years. No, it was 8 years ago when it first came out. 2006.
I have a question. Do people ever, buy in the one portalized marketplace thingy?
The auction house?
Wait, this is an auction house?
The guys that standing beside the pool is an auction house.
안전한 보관을 찾는다면 날 찾아오도록.
Well, I mean, he's not the auction house, but he, you know, it's where you put stuff in. And people buy off of that if you sell gear in there, or equipment, items. Sold 10 bananas for 9 gold the other night. Surprised they were still selling that way.
Yeah, people just can't normally doing quests too.
They're not going to have anywhere to put once they get the freaking. I'm going to go pick up some crap, I guess. Like, literally, it's the one where you pick up the poop.
Ew.
I was thinking some people can't play as much as we do. So they're just getting up to those quests.
I can't this weekend, probably. I'm going to end up. I have to go to Open Lab because it's really hard to memorize all the little bumps and nubs on bones unless you're actually holding them. That freaking sucks. You got more holes in your heads than I thought. The skull. Each freaking hole has a name, too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of holes.
Yeah.
A lot of joints as well, even if you don't even know that they're joints.
Well, not so much in your head. What is this guy going around clicking back and forth? Just keep clicking the same one, Dingleberry. Swiggity swoot, dumbass. It's that part where you have to click that little airplane and like you got to click it like 3 or 4 times and have it build. And he keeps like jumping back and forth like he's gonna steal whatever I'm trying to use over here. All he did was help me build mine faster. I'm sorry, that's not nice. He may be new to the game, didn't know any better.
Or maybe he's actually just trying to be nice and helping you build it.
No, I don't think that either he's stupid or he's just kind of new to it.
Apparently nobody.
I like to try and be optimistic.
These fruity
Gotta be nice, Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner.
I'm always nice.
Yeah, Gunner, you big meanie.
I'm a gentleman and a scholar.
Such a book.
I would have thought that you would have to pay Gilda stars to be able to buy glider designs.
What is it for the glider design?
Just normal coins.
Sweet.
Damn it.
Like, the ultimate glider design is 1 gold.
I wonder if the mats would increase my
It's
level.
ultimate, duh.
In order to get an ultimate glider, all you have to do is buy the ultimate glider design and the 2 before it, and then you just upgrade your normal glider. That's it.
So I have to buy all 4 designs.
You have to buy 3 out of the 4. You do not have to buy the experimental glider because you get that for free.
Okay, how do I get the experimental glider for free if I'm a Harani?
You get it in Antivan, up back behind the mines.
Yeah, it's a quest.
It's the same place that we get it as the Pharaoni. Or Farron, whatever they are.
Is it in?
To keep people.
To actually upgrade it, do you go to like the construction thing? Do you take all the blueprints and put it in the construction bench?
I believe it is the construction table, but you do machinery there.
The free glider is the same one as the Founder's experimental one. Well, I mean, it's just as good anyways.
No, it's not.
It looked like it to me. Why, is
It's
it
not
worse?
the same. No, the experimental one is better.
No, they're exactly the same.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're a little different.
Are you serious?
Whereas everything is low on the one that you get for free, the Founder's Experimental Glider is moderate on speed, low on gliding, low on turning, moderate on initial speed. So it's better off. You're better off with using the Founders experimental.
Yeah, but it's good to keep the other one in case you're going to upgrade.
Yeah, I should have, but I accidentally threw it out.
Yeah, I did too. I'm hindsight. I'm saying that I definitely didn't. Yeah.
I didn't even know you could upgrade them until after the fact.
I keep my experimental glider for a parachute.
Yep.
But if I'm ever really high up, I switch to my experimental and just drop off a cliff.
So at some point in time, I'm going to have to remake my experimental glider.
I feel like making some kind of a public service announcement to let everybody know, keep your mount out while you're questing and killing stuff, because otherwise it's not going to level up, or it will, but...
It just takes longer.
Oh, there's so many people here that are killing stuff that they are missing out on an opportunity.
Yeah, and it doesn't even take experience from you either. It just gives extra experience to your mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at all until earlier when you guys were talking about it.
I don't use my mount, I use my saber cat.
I just need to figure out which way is to the Harani place. Or Pharaon place.
Wait, why? The Falcorth Plains?
Yeah, I need to go there to get the snow lion.
Okay, if you turn around, you see where you go that road back at below Anvilton, just follow that to the east. It goes to the Falcorth Plains.
Okay, thank you.
Why, you don't like this Leomorph?
No, not at all.
But it gets a cloak.
A cloak?
Yeah, at level 25, it can stealth the mount and the rider for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but you have to stand still.
No, it just reduces your move speed by 30%.
Nope, I have it. You can move with it.
Oh, really? I thought you had to stand still. That's actually pretty awesome.
Can do what now?
Stealth for 30 seconds.
Oh God! Here's an idiot that just picked up a tree. Probably got nothing. He didn't chop it. He uprooted it. Had a day to mature. An idiot.
Oh God.
I guess it takes all kinds.
No, it's all one kind. The dumb kind.
Hey, I thought we were being nice here.
Yeah, they're learning.
Excuse me.
I didn't play in the beta. I had to learn. But I had you wonderful, helpful people to ask questions.
Yeah, maybe they should ask questions then.
Well, that's too much work.
Exactly, so they're dumb.
I'll always be learning.
That's the best.
And I'll always be jiving.
Look at this dick. Go ahead, fly along. Fly on your little Phoenix glider. Make me feel bad because I don't have mine yet.
You can't get a Phoenix glider.
I've already got the Founders Pack. I just didn't get the thing in the mail yet.
Well, I'm gonna steal it from you so you can't get one.
I'm gonna come up with an excuse that makes it seem like you're not gonna get it.
Did you upgrade your pack? Got him?
Yeah, I caved in on it. I figured if I'm gonna be investing into this game, I mean, you get a pretty good value out of that. I may as well grab it while it's available. Because the amount of credits and everything, it added up.
I'm thinking it was the.
What the hell? They took out the other gliders too. Like the Red Dragon?
I think it's just that red Phoenix is all you can get. Yeah, I don't think you can even buy the Founders Packs anymore.
No. I mean the ones you could craft. You bought the blueprints with Gilda stars. And then took...
Maybe there's some you have to actually find now. Like you have to go get them from somewhere, like a unique place.
No, they took out a shit ton from the game for release. They took out the cars. They took out the good farm wagon.
They're releasing them later on, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah, I read something about them gonna update it, but just not yet.
But they already had the stuff in.
It probably wasn't
They had them in to
polished
test.
up, though. I'd rather them wait on that and not hold the release off.
But aren't they already polished? Because the game's been live like elsewhere for a long time.
You know, I'm trying to give reasons that make it feel a little bit okay, and you're really not working with it here.
Ruining everything.
You're supposed to ruin everything.
Such a negative Nancy.
I tried.
So anyone want to make 3 gold per 8 minutes? With a
How do you
donkey
make
that
it?
can use carrots?
Oh,
Nope.
my donkey's
Can do
14.
My donkey is 19, but
Basically, if someone runs with me on my trade pack, or a trade pack run, I will make them a trade pack, give it to them, and then I will turn it in. And I will give them 3 gold for each run that is successful, 1 gold if we get ganked.
I'd be more than willing to, except for the fact I don't have a donkey.
Dude, my donkey's... I have Carrot Dash, and it's almost level 20. If you give me a minute, I'll run with you.
Carrot Dash.
ooh,
Yeah.
some noob needs a cookie. They left a Fortuna vein behind for me.
Oh my. Nice.
Oh my.
Maybe they didn't have enough to actually mine it.
I would prefer if you had the at least the like booties, the breeze booties for the donkey.
Donkey's gonna be faster than yours even with that. He's got Carrot Dash.
Yeah, and I do have all that all stuff on him too. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have saddle and everything.
someone ought to do Songcraft to give you an extra little boost.
I have Songcraft. I have rank 3 quick step.
Oh, aren't you special?
And if you do it right, you can make it back to where you make the packs by the time the airship gets back. So, my trade pack runs take 8 minutes, and you can just keep hopping on the airship as it arrives back at the thing.
Well, la-di-da.
Out of curiosity, how much does the trade pack actually give you?
It depends on
What
the
does the
trade
rank
pack.
3 boost give you?
The trade pack that I use is the Snow Lion yarn.
No,
So-
I mean... Oh, sorry.
Goose down and medicinal powder.
What does the higher rank quick step, what move speed percentage does that one give you?
20 to 30.
Oh no, my Leomorph's dead and I didn't even notice it.
Oh! Leo died!
Get back up, you son of a bitch.
What could the Requiem be for Leo?
Now he's back up.
Alright. Ask Doctor play something for him.
Leo, I knew you so few, so little.
Flip entered channel.
What the fuck are you? Why do you look like that?
You're cool looking.
Why do you look like a sentient being with wooden tail and feet?
Really? His teeth is perfect, though.
Why do you look like some weird-ass genetic mixture of a Chinese dragon?
Hey, this is a pretty good...
Exactly.
I think that's exactly what it is, a Chinese dragon.
Oh, here's somebody with a very original name. It's O all the way across. Probably got about 13,
Yeah.
14 O's.
I saw that person the other day.
Oh, it's horrible to send mail to someone like that.
Yeah, really.
You gotta count out perfectly.
I kind of think a person like that wasn't really serious about their job anyway, about their character anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I
probably
can't get in my names.
It's like, oh.
It'd be funny
Was
if they named Shire.
Or a moderator was like, dude, that dude's name is really fucked up, and changed it to O.
I think I saw someone with the name of like VG, and I thought you had to have more letters than that.
No, it's 2 letters. It's and all.
Okay, what is a world gate for us new people?
A world gate leads you to areas that you go to at like 50.
It's for spanking people.
I was wondering if it was like the PvP zones on the other land. Like, how do you get to those? Because of course they come to ours.
You can go by boat.
You can also take the red portals.
So there's red portals. Are they in their PvP zones?
Yeah.
Roger.
There's one that goes from Hasla to
Ridgelands.
I saw in
Thank you.
saw in the ruins there was like a cave. Is there anything in that? By the temple?
Thanks, Dick. Fucking.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, what is
Dick
this?
fucking.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that are really brave in the game.
Or stupid.
And like dick fucking.
I don't know if that's a good thing to say together in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Unless Winky Face.
more crackers. I'm questing for crackers.
Oh, look at that.
Why are
you
you
greedy
trying to find white people?
Yeah.
little greedy shit. He goes and hurries off and leaves a frickin' Fortuna vein behind. I don't feel so bad anymore. I was gonna get an iron ore, and this guy frickin' dashes past me and grabs it. It's pretty obvious I was moving towards it.
I feel like they're botting right now in the mine.
I think I did that to you once there, Gunny.
So report them when you see them botting.
Well, it's different if it's like
Well,
someone I
it's
know
kind of
or
hard
even
to
the guild.
tell
I don't
if they're
care.
botting.
It's like shit.
They might
You could
just
tell.
be
You
assholes.
could tell they're botting when they get to a vein before it pops up.
You
And
actually
are
get
standing
awarded
there.
if you successfully report a bot. I think they give you Gilda stars or something.
Yep.
Doctor, I see your
Reporting all you
portal.
guys as bots.
You
Hold
see
on, I'm about
my
to go back
portal?
to Halo, so.
Yes. Well, it
I
just
want to kill the
feels
stars.
From Rookborn, or do you see the one where I came in from?
where you came in from. In fact, I'm following you right now.
Oh, well, I don't have much time to stop.
Okay, screw it. I've got a level. I'm tired of this.
Kind of lame that the mount's like controls are in the way of your bar on the right.
What?
Like, do you have all your bars open?
Yeah, I don't have my mount
You
control on the right.
you can move your mount control.
Oh, look,
Somewhere in the
dumbass left
options.
another Fortuna vein.
UI, or how do we move the mount control?
Just hover it on the left side of the like sword and stuff, and you can click and
It's
drag.
on the upper, right next to the cancel pet summon. There's an empty space.
Oh, Roger, thank you.
Oh my god, I forgot to change the experimental glider. Oh man, too high again.
Maybe if you're high enough, you can deploy it before you hit.
I wish it could do that. We need parachutes in this game.
That would actually be pretty cool. Just straight up make a parachute.
We like glide all the way up, do some skydiving.
Gimpy is level 10.
Go Gimpy!
He also hasn't died yet.
Hey. Well, don't, you know what? Don't hex him.
I might end
Well,
up getting...
he went and named it something that was kind of asking for it.
Well, you know, it's tough enough being Gimpy, you know.
Oh, that's my pet. Yeah, Gimpy's a badass. He'll kill Gimp right behind me like a trooper. Except now my glider may let me survive here.
Okay, for some reason I can't find this freaking stable place here.
Where are you at?
The place where I remember from open beta getting the starter mount for Fearin.
It's in
Isn't it
on the left
White
side.
Loud Road or something?
It's like either White Cloud Road or that
Or Half Moon?
Cloud Grain Cloud Grain, I think is the name of the town.
Oh, what about straight north that says Snow Lion Training Grounds?
Snowland Training Grounds is where you start out.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
that's your
Yeah, there's
start
where you
place.
go down, you come around.
I'm
Grey
pretty
Mist.
sure it's at the Cloud Grain.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, because there's the public farm. It's by the public farm.
Also, never ride your mount straight into a dusty tornado-looking thing.
What will a dusty tornado thing do to you?
It'll blow you off your mount.
I got you to say blow you.
Trickery.
I
was actually hoping he'd say blow me, but
I just saw your text, Myth. Where? Like, what region are you talking about?
Oh, it's good now. The Paramore ruins. We're
Oh,
still
are you
waiting to
talking
play
about the
something. No.
Oh, your stuff's not near mine, though.
That's I think
know.
here.
I mean, it's close. I guess.
I'm not there.
There's a red running around.
Roger. No, I was placing land earlier, and I didn't want everyone to know there was still land there.
Oh. You weren't going to put it up on the second tier, though, were you?
Actually, I thought my lady was going to put it on the second tier, but she put it up on the third. Call her stuff.
Yeah, there was somebody hanging out up there stealth. I was really surprised. They were 10 levels above me, but they really couldn't even kill me. They might have if they picked at me long enough, but then I started hitting them with spells, and
they're like, oh no.
And Oldie showed up too, or Corbin.
I think my issue is rotating my screen fast enough. Because that stupid direct line of sight crap.
Onward to the next area. I'm almost level 30.
You know, red sun.
I like watching people jump off their gliders on this, where you first unlock it. I don't know who I'm watching, but they keep like leaning forward, tilting back, leaning forward, turning a little bit. It's just kind of cool that they set that up to give people, I guess, a little bit of a feel for the gliders.
Well, if you lean back and you turn left or right, you take a smaller, tighter turn than you do if you don't lean back.
They weren't trying to turn anywhere. They were just jacking with it, seeing what they could do. Either that or they were really confused. I don't know. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying they were just testing things out with it. And I definitely don't feel like I take any kind of a tight turn on this glider.
What version is it?
The best glider.
The experimental?
Yep. Well, the Founders one anyways. Yeah, the Founders experimental. I guess that's the only difference is it says Founders in front of it.
Yeah.
Well, the regular experimental is low on everything.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to hold on to it this time instead of dumping it, though. I did not think about that. I kind of wish I kept it.
I feel your pain, my friend. Now you gotta get cloth and fucking...
Well, not if they give me my Phoenix one.
True. Oh, true.
But that may take forever.
Is that Sophie?
You in here? I'm gonna go to bed, guys. Thank y'all.
Alright, over.
He's like, oh,
Good night.
Good night.
Peace, man.
He was so that Sophie?
I'm gonna clear out the farms and stuff, Oli, and then I'll replant stuff.
No, it's not
Just
Sophie.
FYI.
She's probably not going to be on till tomorrow anyway. She was a sad panda. She couldn't get on.
Who?
Zephinia. Well, she goes by Ling in the game. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, Ling.
Yeah, yeah. So she was really upset. She was going to talk to somebody online. There's, I guess, a helpline or something. See what time it is. It is 9:24.
5, so I might catch a nap here.
Alright. Who was needing someone to transport their stuff for him?
That would be me. We set our stuff over by the towers. Remember? Are you with us?
No, I was talking to somebody earlier who wanted someone to pick up their packs and drag them somewhere for him.
Yeah. Well, we were also supposed to grow some potatoes, and so I've got a bunch of potatoes.
Well, my carrot dash is level 20 now if you want to do those runs.
Cool, cool.
Do you want to do them?
Yeah, meet me in Fallcroft Plains.
Alright, do you want to hop in another channel then real quick?
Yeah.
Your trade runs 1.
Mr. Snuggles moved to trade run 1. Doctor moved to trade run 1.
Huh, this dude's got pink hair.
Beautiful.
His name is Fluge?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, somebody earlier today was take that F off and put SP. And
Yeah.
there you go.
That's a winner right there.
That's
oh my god, I'm so tired I misread this monster's name. It's a Basilosaur. I thought it said Bulbasaur at first. I was like, what?
Hey, there's Halo Hollow. Let's
Why
see.
would you kill Bulbasaur?
Good night.
Because
Alright, Ollie.
because he
See y'all.
poisoned his
Good
mother.
night. See you, Corbin.
Yep.
Because he wasn't as cool as Squirtle, that's why. Squirtle wore common glasses.
Gunner, I'm going to have to call it a night.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you.
We'll see you tomorrow when you get on.
Good night.
Have a good breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
I still feel fat and sassy.
and moved to AFK.
Well, if you're sassy,
And fat.
well, yeah, we won't talk about that.
PH fat, not the FAT fat.
Oh.
He ain't fat.
good
He's
save.
my brother. Something like that.
So I'm guessing if the cottage has a red name over it, are you sure that doesn't mean they're just from another faction?
I think it means
Exactly
it's
what
just
that
banded.
means.
Or
If it's a
deleted.
That
If
would
it's
be awfully dumb for them to waste the materials on a whole cottage there.
They probably deleted the character thinking, oh, you know, I'm good to go. I don't have anything useful in this guy. So you should click on the house really quick and see if you can claim it.
It's more than likely a red faction cottage. It's usually what it means. Not many people demolish their house and then forget to click on it.
Well, is it like should they attack it, or is it just like a red bar?
Well, the red came and put it on a safe farming or housing unit, so there's nothing you can do about it. It's still his land. He still owns it, so you can't attack it.
Oh shit! I'm gonna do that to them then. At one point in time, I want to put a mansion up in their area, and they'd be like, "What the?"
I think they did it so that they have a spawn point into our shit.
Or they
That's
needed a
actually-
house. And they maybe ran out first.
Yeah, because they can use the fireplace in there as a recall point.
He's gonna PvP in that area specifically.
There's already been several people that I've been putting on the insulating lens and walking around and catching several people in stealth reds. And then when I walk up in their face, they back up, and then I walk up in their face and they back up.
I need to get out of cloth. I'm squishy. What the hell? I have another mail?
Link, how'd you get sent to jail? What'd you do?
Link's in jail?
Yeah, you just got sentenced to 13 minutes.
Oh.
At least
That's
our
not
people
too bad.
have been getting low times.
How is the time decided? Is it just based on how much crime you've done?
That, and I think the jury also decides it, and the judge takes like an average of what the jury says, I think.
Huh! I just got charcoal stabilizers
Oh, nice, how?
Nice.
from the elephant cookie thing.
I think Nurse needed some charcoal. She may have him by now, though.
Yeah, she's got him.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought you only got them by doing transcontinental trades. You can get them from intercontinental?
No, we killed a bunch of reds, and you pick them up from the reds
Oh.
packs and bring them into our port, which where they were headed. So
Wait,
Very
and how
nice.
come I got it?
how come you got it?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
You weren't with the raid the other day where me and Chaos were killing a whole bunch of reds and having everybody else pick up packs?
No.
And I couldn't tell you.
Oh man, I
It
made the
just says elephant
mistake.
cookies, so I don't know. Because I know I did an elephant cookie thing for my 16x6. Oh, do you think they finally sold that or something? And that was the money that I got back from them selling it?
I got a
Because
reward. They
killed me,
murdered it.
so-
Yeah,
they
they murdered
killed
me too. And
and
they
they
did.
took my pack.
Mm-hmm. That means they turned
So
it in.
that's what I got. Ooh, I need to make them do that more often.
Just have them kill you and turn the pack in for you.
Yeah,
I
I
got-
get goodies.
I got some kind of blue salt pigment. What is it? Anybody know what the hell that is?
It turns you black.
The blue salt one does?
That's not nice.
Blue salt turns you black.
Hey,
It
who
changes
was-
the pigment of your skin.
who was it that said they had charcoal?
Now everyone's quiet. They're like, you're not getting my charcoal.
Huh? I don't know what it's used for. I was
It's
changing.
it's used for the like higher tier armors.
Like opaque polish.
I see.
She's like, yeah, oh, that's nice. You ain't getting it.